gone after 2 weeks. You ain't seen a baby in 10 years. And they're like, wait a minute, happened. How you were away from your daughter for 10 years. How did she know who you were if she hadn't seen you in 10 years? So just bring us from the beginning. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And tonight I'm going to be interviewing and speaking with the father at the center of this viral video that's basically going viral on social media. So in the video, it's of him basically reuniting with his daughter for the first time in 10 years after the mom says that she pretty much went away and she disappeared after 2 weeks. Now, before I talk about it, I'm going to first react to the viral video so that you guys who have not seen it yet know what the conversation is, what we're talking about. I'm going to kind of walk you through some of the stuff that has been said on social media. And then we are going to hear from DJ Coop himself, because basically he's defending this whole deadbeat dad narrative that has been being pushed around. And he wants you guys to hear his side, his perception, and things like that. Before I do that, y'all know I got to do a community check-in. If this is your first time here on my channel, I want you to drop a half moon, crescent moon emoji in the chat that lets us know that you're new here. And my night owls who are dropping out emojis because they've been here a while, they're going to be dropping the night owl emoji and welcoming you into the community. Okay? We're going to start there. Next, I want you guys to know if this is your first time here or if you're a returning subscriber who has not yet checked out my website, I do have a website, www.neekatnight.com, where I sell adult goods, okay? All kind of things like that is on my website, and you can save you a cute coin by typing in the code NIGHTOWL. Now that we got that out the way, now let's get into this story, okay? So this is the video right here that goes viral.
My daughter thinks she's going to a sleepover, but I'm taking her to meet her dad for the first time in almost 10 years. I left when she was 2 weeks old. He flew in.
Who's that, Steve? Aww. So in her follow-up TikTok video to people asking questions and saying like, why did you like go away for 2 weeks? Why wasn't you there? Why was he not there? Where was he at? What was going on? What was T? Why wasn't he in the life? Why didn't he? You know what I'm saying? So then she followed that up with a TikTok, and in the TikTok she said, you know, the daughter, I guess, was trying to contact the father, and the father wasn't responding back to the daughter. Then she posted the daughter basically crying, saying that she had texted her father and she really didn't get no response. And so the mom was pretty much recording her daughter, and the daughter was kind of crying, saying, you know, I texted my dad and he didn't respond back, da da da. So he came back because she showed text messages where the daughter had texted dad and there was no response. He posted messages to where he basically tried to reach out to the daughter, and he responded, but none of his messages were being delivered because he was blocked. So in his defense, he was saying, she's painting this picture that I wasn't responding to my daughter, but here's my proof that I responded to her, but the messages did not deliver because she took her iPad and she blocked me, and therefore the messages wasn't delivered. So that was pretty much his defense, like, hold up, you putting it out there that, you know, I fell back into my ways, I'm not responding, da da da, but I actually did try to respond, and this is proof that I wrote her back and the messages didn't deliver. He felt like he was surviving a bitter baby mama. So it says, surviving bitter baby mom, a DJ Coop special. The real issue is a lot of these women don't know their own father and they daddy didn't want they A and still don't, and they still waiting on the moment for him to come through the door till this day. Let's talk about it. Okay. So then he said, to some I might not be ish to you in your eyes, but in my little girl's eyes, I'm that in. And that's all that matter. F what y'all talking about. While we at it, my daughter will be starting her own shoe cleaning service. So make sure y'all go support that. PS F y'all. Okay. And then he shared a note that the daughter had basically wrote. And then she said, Dear Dad, how's your trip? Just know I can't wait to see you in November. You're the coolest dad. 10 things I love about you, and listed 10 things that she loved about him. And then so he then shared, y'all worried about us, we good, and things like that. So then the baby mama, she did a TikTok and she said, he needs to take accountability, take responsibility, and saying that basically he wasn't being accountable for his role in it. So now that we got the backstory of that, so she said that he didn't carry up or be consistent. He showed that she blocked him and his messages wasn't being delivered. Now let's hear from him directly, and he can basically fill in the gaps from there and let us know what's really going on in this situation. And do you have a situation like this, before I bring him on, where you are dealing with a difficult co-parent, you're being shut out of your child's life one way or another? Let's talk about it, but let's hear from DJ Coop himself. So, all right. So, hey, what's up? So, your story has basically been going viral. A lot of people have been talking about this story. You have people on both sides of the coin. They watched the video, and some people think that it's amazing that you have re-entered into your daughter's life. They feel like, oh my God, that's wonderful that you guys have reunited. They see the joy in your daughter's face, and they see that the love that she has for you and everything like that. And then you have the side of social media where they're looking at this situation and they're like, wait a minute, gone after 2 weeks. You ain't seen a baby in 10 years. Why wasn't you in the baby's life? There's no excuse for a father not to be in the child's life, etc., etc. So once I started to see comments and, things posted on the blogs and things like that, at that point, I wanted to basically reach out to you to get your side of the story so that you could basically fill in the gaps and let us in on how this whole situation happened, how you were away from your daughter for 10 years, how you how did she know who you were if she hadn't seen you in 10 years? So just bring us from the beginning. So start from your baby is, I guess you're with this girl, you guys have a baby, and then she's born, and then from on the video it says 2 weeks later somebody left, she left somebody. So just fill us in from there.
So like we was in a relationship, we lived together, moved her to Tennessee. My daughter was born. I was there for the birth. And like I said, 2 weeks later, she just up and gone. I was at work. So the last text I got was bring her some milk home. You feel me? So from there, I get home, everything gone. I don't know nothing. We didn't have no argument. Everything was gone.
Okay. So you guys live together. There's no argument. There's no nothing. Everything is gone. You get home, you're looking around, you're like, okay, she's gone, she's not here. What is the first thought that you thought when that happened?
Well, when I first got to the crib, the door was like cracked open. You feel what I'm saying? But it wasn't, and her car wasn't there. So my first thing is like, is somebody, did they leave the door open, or did, you know what I'm saying, somebody in here or whatnot? So the main thing is just taking caution of what's really going on. So, but when I went in and just really looked around, and like then I went upstairs and all the stuff out the crib gone, covers gone off the bed. You can tell it was a rush. You feel me? So from there, it's just like she just gone. You feel me? So I contacted the police just to, because when we had a mutual phone, as far as we was on a company plan. So she had the advantage of having the phone. I was on her line, so she cut my phone off, so I couldn't get in touch with her. She worked at T-Mobile, so we was on the family plan.
Okay, through her job type thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then my brother came back to my house, and I got my phone and called my mom, and then I got a new phone. But from there, she like she said on her thing, the police called her and contacted her that I had said that she had kidnapped them, which they told them is really up into civil courts now. So whoever has the child, XYZ.
Okay, so when you seen that she was gone, sorry, you reported it as a kidnapping. You felt like she kidnapped the baby.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Where you going? Like, we ain't have nothing, like nothing serious to where I'm putting you in harm's way on my child or your children. You feel me? So it's just I was just shocked and it's like, okay, what am I supposed to do? You feel what I'm saying? So I've been in a situation I've seen situation where it was the other foot around, where the father took the child. Now he on the news for kidnapping. So I mean, there's like, you can't kidnap your own child, so it's really a civil matter. So once I found that I was a civil matter, I went to juvenile court. You feel me? Tried to go ahead and put myself on child support so I can attain rights. She did not show up. I didn't have any information on her at the time. So I was in contact with one of her friends, and then we just, you know what I'm saying, tried to work it out that way, as far as just having, what's going on with my child, XYZ. I did receive a P.O. box number. I don't know what conversation.
Who gave you a her
friend?
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know what conversation they have. I'm just letting her know what's going on, XYZ. But from there, I started to send my child clothes, anything pretty much she needs. This is probably I didn't get back in touch with her till I'm somewhere around 1 year, when she was like 1 year old.
Okay, so from two weeks to 1 year, oh, you have no contact, no idea where she is at all. So then at 1 year old, you get back in contact through a friend, and then the friend gives you a P.O. box so that you can then send items to your baby and support
Correct.
your baby.
Correct. So once I start to send her that, then I get a message like, stop sending her stuff because her other siblings aren't receiving things from their father. So they're starting to question the mom, why daddy not sending us stuff? You feel me?
Okay. So you sending her stuff, you sending your baby stuff, and your baby's mom tells you, listen, I got other kids. I don't want my other kids feeling the type of way. Don't send anything. So
Yeah,
then once she tells you not to send anything, then what?
I mean, from there, it's kind of like, where do you go? I already tried the court, and then it's like, it's you just blocking me out. You blocking me out. You blocking me out. So it's kind of like, what am I supposed to do at this moment? You feel me?
You didn't have her social media or any family members,
I was all blocked.
her friends to tell you where she was?
The only person that I knew from her was her friend, and I met her mom once, but we didn't. She knew my family, but I didn't know none of her family. All her family lives in Colorado.
Okay. So the friend who sent you the P.O. box, do you then contact friend and say, hey, can we make some type of arrangement to?
Yeah, but she was never. I always had that. You feel me? I'm trying to see my child. She was never with it because she just felt like, oh, if you get her, you ain't gonna never give her back.
Okay.
So it's been plenty of times where she could have came back to Tennessee. I mean, you feel what I'm saying? It's plenty of times where it could have been reconciled before, now.
Okay. Did you ever, after your first attempt at going to the court, she didn't show up? Did you ever at any point go to the courts again within this 10-year span to try to see your child?
No, not in Tennessee. I went to Colorado, but it's still, you don't have any information on this person. You feel me? So it sounds easier than done. You feel what I'm saying? Especially for a father trying to get custody, or you have to prove that this parent is unfit. You have to do all these things, going through these loops. You feel what I'm saying? Just to get any kind of say so. You feel me? Things on the birth certificate, everything. You feel me? So it's kind of like, where are the rights for the father?
Okay.
And the
So
mom has
So when you went to Colorado, you have her name and stuff, right? You weren't able to locate like if she was ever on any
Well, she's not.
assistance
She's
or
never been for anything, as far as getting any assistance or no case, no child support. You know what I'm saying? So it's a new case. You have to have these
Mhm.
things, people to pull them up. So all the only thing at the end in that then I had was a PO box. So it's kind of like, okay, you're in Colorado.
Mhm.
Where you saying I'm not? And I think it's just more of a thing of you thinking I'm gonna take this child from you. You feel me?
Oh, okay. So at that time, you reach out to the courts. They don't help you.
No,
Then
it's really in a standstill. Go ahead. Sorry.
okay, explain.
I mean, like I said, and it means they if you don't know the law, if you don't have a lawyer or XYZ, they not telling you what to do. You feel me? You better go off going get a public defender trying to fight a case if you don't have the money
Mhm.
for a lawyer or XYZ. At the time, 10 years ago, I was not stable far as financially to fly and do these different things and get a lawyer and court costs and all this, and then you don't even show up. You feel me?
Mhm.
Because if you show up to court, you have to one. So if I'm not taking care of my child or anything, if it's not about the like, what is it about? I'm trying to take care of my child. I put myself on child support. I ain't tripping about no bread. I just want them rights. You feel
Mhm.
me? So if you go to court, they're gonna grant those rights. So then is you have to, you feel what I'm saying? I have to see my child. But it's been blocked, it was blocked out. So even from that time that I did get that little connection as far as a conversation or any kind of information, it just been blocked out. Um from
Oh,
there up until
so
2000.
from 2 weeks old to then take us to 2019. So on your
Yeah,
post,
so
you
this whole
said that
time, yeah, the whole time she was telling my daughter that somebody else was her father. So my daughter didn't even know I existed until uh 2019, July 12th. It was our first time that we laid eyes on each other. Like, you feel me?
hmm
And just, from that experience, it was great.
how did you guys lay eyes on each other? What do you mean?
I mean, it was on like
Just like
FaceTime.
FaceTime?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So just looking at me like looking like she's seeing like a mirror. She just what she told me, she like, man, you look just like me. I'm like, I'm your daddy. You feel what
hmm
I'm saying? Don't nothing change that. I'm your father, like I'm your dad, regardless of whatever you've been XYZ this, I'm your daddy. So from there, she knew who I was. Um, and then like I would say a year, probably years between that time. So that's 2019. So we met in 2002. The first time we ever met in person was 2020. For Christmas, I flew in town, and
Okay.
so
Because a
we
lot
had
of
all.
people were wondering because they were like, the daughter seemed to know him, so they were kind of like, wait, how did from the video that went
She was
viral?
9,
So,
just turned 10. She was 9 at the time on
okay.
Christmas. So I'm a type of person where, like, I don't want to argue. I just want to do whatever you say to do. I'm gonna do it. You feel me? Just to see my child. That's where it was at. That's where we at now still. Because she has the custody of the child. So
hmm
she can, like, now I'm blocked right now. So like far as from her as our conversation, but I talked to my child. Um, but from there, a situation came up where once again the situation changed because from there she had met another, like I said, she met another guy. They had 2 other children. So my child is the middle person. Now it's 2 older ones and 2 younger ones.
hmm
So now she's mad and furious and all this stuff because she's not getting the same, you know what I'm saying? The same thing that we went through, she's not getting that, whatever it is, she's not getting that from her. Even
Who's not
from
getting what from who?
my daughter wasn't getting the proper things that she needed. You feel me?
Okay, so
So
they
now she's
had
mad.
different bad situations. She wasn't
Right. So
getting
now
her
mad at
father's
she mad at this nigga.
love.
She mad at this nigga because he ain't get she ain't get what his kids got. You feel me?
hmm
So it was just from there, it was just like, okay, she know who I am, so you can't keep me from her. You feel me? She know this ain't her daddy, so I don't know how kids think at this age, but this is where this is triggering from. So you
hmm
can't discipline her or she's being mean to her sister because she can get whatever she wants. Just like I told her, you can get whatever you want. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, you feel me? But from there, I mean, and then we met Christmas 2020. Everything was great. Everything was peaches and cream. And then I had told I was planning to come back. You know what I'm saying? My plan was to come back at least once a month. You feel what I'm saying? If I'm not traveling, because I travel, I DJ and I manage and do a lot of things, plenty of stuff going on. But I'm still making accountability to this child know who I am. I'm trying to be here, XYZ. But I know for one thing, if I get to arguing with this lady or we have a disagreement, it's a wrap. All communication cut off. You feel me? So that's the reason that I bought her the iPad for Christmas, so she can contact me whenever she get ready. Whenever I ain't gotta call your mama. Do you feel me? This is that. So from there, like I said, I think it's February. So she made a post where, oh, he left again, or no, I didn't go anywhere. You blocked me, and then you calling my phone knowing that you blocked this number and recording my daughter crying. You feel what I'm saying? So the reason that I didn't come, she said I stood her up for Valentine's Day, XYZ. It wasn't that. One, I got booked for a show, and then it was a big ice storm. Like you can look it up. It was, you feel what I'm saying? So I have the screenshots, everything that I explained this to my child. I won't be able to make it, XYZ. Let me send you some money so you can get some stuff for Valentine's. After that, all of them, you can't even, everything's changed. She changed her own phone number. You feel me? And then so that's February. And then it's kind of like a cycle. So it's kind of like, damn, I ain't trying to go down this road no more. You feel what I'm saying? And then I know I told myself for a birthday, because I send her money and shit. But like I can't miss his birthday. It's a 10th birthday. I don't care whatever. I'm gonna be. I was in Texas today before I flew. I'm going to see my child, and I found her Instagram. I DM'd her. I'm trying to see my child. You know, I'm trying to be there for her birthday. She said, okay.
Okay. So, all right. So 2019, you get in contact with her some kind of way, and you are able to communicate with your daughter on social media. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, she had a.
Are you on the phone?
Phone, yeah. So if
so then
I can't just call her mama and like, where my child at? So that's the reason that I bought the iPad for Christmas. You feel me? So I ain't got to call nobody. I can just call you. If you on his phone, I text you. Text me when you get in. You know, call me XYZ.
Okay. And so you said 2020, that was the first time that you guys seen each other in person.
Right. Because before then, it's the same story. I don't want to introduce her to you, and you run off or do. I'm like, I ain't been. You the one that ran off. You feel me?
All right. Okay. So I'm just laying out the timeline. Okay. So 2019, you guys FaceTime. You get in contact with her after all this time of not seeing her. 2020 on Christmas or around that time, you meet up. You see her in person. You say, "Listen, I don't want to lose contact. I'm gonna get you an iPhone an iPad so we can stay in contact." You give her the iPad. So then, to try to be in the an active father, you're trying to communicate with the mom. So, from my understanding, you're saying you're trying to communicate with her, and then she blocked you, or you didn't have her. What happened?
Well, she blocked me because she called me and say, "Oh, you're not gonna stand her up, XYZ." I'm like,
oh, that's what happened. Okay,
yeah.
so 2020 we had Christmas. February, you made a promise to your daughter that you were going to see her on Valentine's. That promise was broken because there was an ice storm, and then there was an ice storm, and you got booked. So you tried to make it up by sending her some money, huh?
I said I got booked first, then it was an ice storm, so nothing. I was just everybody stuck in the house. You feel me? No flights going nowhere.
Okay.
But from there, she's calling me like, I ain't going through the XYZ, then just block. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay. So from that, the promise of you meeting up with your daughter and that not basically being fulfilled, she felt like you were, I'm just on devil's advocate, what it sounds like. She felt like you not gonna be consistent. You gonna make promises and not keep them or whatever to the daughter. So she got mad. That's what it sounded like. She got mad or whatever because that didn't happen. So from her getting mad, going forward, the communication then is what between your daughter, because your daughter still has an iPad.
I don't have a contact. She changed the iOS, everything on the iPad. I don't have no contact to her.
Oh, okay, so she cut off communication with your daughter and she cut off communication with herself.
Right. So I didn't have a number on her. I didn't have, because I bought the iPad. The iPad was under my name. You feel me? So I'm paying the bill for the iPad. You feel me? So then I'm texting. My mom's texting them, calling, FaceTiming. It's nothing. It's all green. So you know, if you got an iCloud or anything, or iMessage blue, if you go to green, it's over with. Either the phone off, or you disconnect, or you block, one of the two. So,
okay.
bro. So from then, I didn't have no contact to her outside. Then I'm like, I'm not going to go through this no more. As far as just trying to chase somebody, you feel what I'm saying? So from there, the moment that I did have my daughter in 2020, it was just like so satisfying that it's kind of like I overlooked a lot of shit. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, I knew her birthday was coming up. So we start back traveling and stuff like that. So it really was no time in between. I didn't have no contact to get into this woman.
From February to when's the next time you talk to your daughter again?
I talked to her. It had to be before her birthday, because we
don't know her birthday. So
her birthday's October 3rd, so it had to be like July, something like that. I think we talked before then, because once again, like I said, she wanted to set up the surprise to meet her, you feel what I'm saying, for the birthday. And from there, like I said, I'm talking to my daughter every day. You feel what I'm saying? Even going through all this, me and my daughter's talking on the phone. We talking, you feel what I'm saying? But even like I said, that's her truth. We never had this conversation of why you left or X, Y, Z. Or I haven't even looked at any live post or outside of I haven't even looked at it. Anything I'm tagged on, I just scroll past it, because I already know what the narrative. So it's like, okay, then you get people sending stuff to your phone and XYZ or deadbeat XYZ. So when it went viral, she called me. Well, she texted me. I didn't text her back because I didn't know what to say, because I know how this will go. I know two things. If I text her back and she don't agree with what I'm saying, it's an argument and we're finna go back down this road. If I don't text her back, she gonna think I'm mad, which I didn't text her back. She called me the next day. It's like, I'm just checking on you, make sure you straight and you're not mad. I'm like, mad about what? I'm acting dumb. What are you talking about? And then it just goes from there. But then I was just explaining to her, I was like, well, and her argument was like, I posted this, and I said, it's not what you posted, is how you caption things. You feel what I'm saying? Because you open up a can of worms for some shit that you're not ready. I mean, you might be ready. I don't know what your intention is behind this post, but the post is, because I posted this video from 2020 Christmas. I posted this then. You posted it.
Okay, so the video that's going viral is when you guys met in 2020.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's where I was confused, because I'm thinking she.
No, this is it's almost
after you guys met up again after the fact, after y'all already had seen each other. So that was her genuine reaction to seeing you for the first time ever in person. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense now. Because when as I'm listening to the story, it sounded like she seen you in 2020. Then y'all communicating, you talk to her on FaceTime, she see you, and then some surprise gets set up, and then that's when the video happens. So you're saying the video that went viral happened last year, and she decided to post it this year.
Right.
Okay.
So, and then it's not how you put things. I mean, it's how you put the things as far as your wording. So your caption is, my daughter thinks she's going to a sleepover, but she's going to meet her dad for the first time in 10 years. I flew out. Well, I left when she was 2 weeks old. He flew in. So from that caption opening up, you didn't have to say, hey, I left in 2 weeks. So now that's a question. Why did you leave in 2 weeks? You feel what I'm saying? Or what? Everybody wants a backstory. You
Right.
feel
Because
me?
I thought maybe you was in jail.
No, like her other dudes in there, but I'm going to no jail.
Yeah,
Like
because that's the first thing that came to my mind. Because I'm like, okay, so why wasn't he there for 10 years? Like,
no, because I
he
was
left
kept from
and
my
went where, and you're not there for 10 years. Where was he at? Was he in jail? What was going on? So then that's when, I'm like, let me talk to you to get your side of the story of what was going on.
right. But it's easier said than done. Oh, you should. Oh, I would have. Well, this ain't true. I ain't true. You feel me? So, like I said, that video is not even recent. Their video is from December last year. It's gonna be December again. So, video's 10 months old. And like I said, it's just how you word things. And like I even when with that, so I think she started like she explaining like, I ain't trying to call you no deadbeat. I ain't trying to do this. I ain't trying to do that. You crying on the phone to me and talking about it was hard. I'm like, okay, how you want me to fix it? You feel me? How you want me to fix this situation as far as me being gone 10 years? Whatever. How you want me to fix it? Is it a amount or is it a thing? You feel what I'm saying? I don't know what you want from me far as to fix this. You feel me? So what is it that you want? And her reply is, I want you to handle me differently, like you care. Because I come off as a nonchalant person. I am a nonchalant person. But I'm not the same person that I was 10 years ago. So you can't make me mad. You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
the biggest thing is about growth. I'm not the same person who was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I've been on your ass. But that's not me. So you're looking for a reaction based off of, even with us, we never had a face-to-face or no physical contact or anything for 10 years. You're a different person. I'm a different person. You feel me? So you're not even considering that. I'm like, what you want me to mad about? If you say you posted this with no intent of anything, then that's cool. So that's one story. But when you're getting on the internet, I said, because the thing is, okay, you crying and I ain't ready for all this. I'm like, cool. I know you're not, because you're not a person on social media. I've been
So
doing
she posted it herself, and then she wasn't ready for what? She didn't think people
the
would
backlash.
respond
So
to it.
they was coming at her. You feel me? So then it comes the backstory. So then it just comes a whole nother show. You feel what I'm saying? So I haven't to be keeping up with it. I got my homeboy, he keeps up with all this stuff. But like I said, the thing's gone crazy to where like you bringing kids into this, like you got kids on camera, you recorded my child cry. All this, it's lame to me. You feel me? Like I would never put my children in nothing like that. Like you on live and you have an interview with your kids. You feel what I'm saying? Or my child. And then like I told her, I said, well, even in the sense now, you need to do something. You're a person of interest. I understand social media. I tour with Lil Duval, so I understand viral and all these things. So I'm like, you're not even doing nothing with the attention that you get. I just invested to my daughter for her birthday, got her $1,000. She has a shoe cleaning company called Clean as Heck. So they ain't posting, they ain't doing all that. They just posting what they want. They ain't telling you everything. You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, why are you not posting my child on this page? That you got all these followers and this is what we need. Let's make some money. You feel what I'm saying? But and I hit her up again. I seen another one. I hit her up this last time before she blocked me. I hit her up and I was like, well, I hope you're ready for this roller coaster. You feel what I'm saying? And XYZ, this how things is. It's like you just telling you. I ain't mad at you because you telling your truth. So she's mad at me. Like, what do you mean this the truth? No, this is your truth. I never heard you know what I'm saying? I don't know how you feel, or we never had this conversation at all. So for you to get on social media and just ramble, you feel what I'm saying?
So she did a live where, like on Facebook or something,
On
or
TikTok. TikTok is her biggest platform as of now. Like that's where that's like
okay,
20 views on that thing. That she like gained hundreds of thousands of followers, and it's all about what you put out. You feel what I'm saying? So
okay.
even
So
like
she went live on TikTok. When she went live on TikTok, from what I'm hearing, your daughter was in the background crying.
no, she recorded my daughter crying months ago. So she's making it like a story. You feel me?
Okay.
Will he do this? Stay tuned type shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like why are you recording my daughter cry? And then
Right.
why would you put it on social media?
Yeah. For
You feel me?
validation, I guess.
But the thing is, you blocked. the phone, you blocked the iPad, so she couldn't, so she don't know nothing about no phone, the blocking and none of this. She 8, 9 years old. You feel me? You done changed everything on this, so you calling this number thinking I'm not picking up the phone. You feel me? So how do I defend it? I only have receipts that I screen, you know what I'm saying? But I can't sit here and say, oh, she didn't call me. You feel me? Because I never got that notification as far as on my end of it. You didn't call me. You feel me? You can call from the iPad or your phone. You can show everything. But at the end of the day, if the number, if it's not attached to anything, then you feel me? Don't make no sense.
Okay. So now, being that you are back in contact with your daughter, how are you going to stay active in her life at this point? And what do you feel like, well, I guess we'll start there.
Well, now, like I
Because if
said,
she just blocks you again, are you gonna say, well,
well,
I'm gonna go another 10 years, or like,
no,
what are you gonna do now?
well, it's two things. When a child is 13, they can decide where they want to be. Also, I'm in a whole different place than I was 10 years ago. So I can do all the legal things or XYZ that I have those people in my corner now to do what I need to do. You feel what I'm saying? So that's, if I got to go this route, I'm trying to be cordial and co-parent and all these things. So even like she still can't, I live in Tennessee. They live in Colorado. So she still can't even come see me in Tennessee. You feel me? Because my mom said so. So you override that decision with court.
Right.
You feel me? So if that's what we got to do, then that's what we got to do. I'm not tripping. If I got to, like, and somebody say like, oh, child support, like, this woman could have been put me on child support. Why you didn't put me on child support if it was about the bread or if anything? Why you didn't? I tried to put myself. So why you didn't put me on there? You struggled for 10 years for what?
Did she not know where you were?
Yes. I'm not hard to find.
Oh, okay. So she could have reached out to you within the 10 years or whatever. So looking back on it, do you feel like now that you see your daughter, you guys, like, she's, like you said, she looking at you, like you looking in the mirror, you know what I'm saying? That's an extension of you. Do you have any things that you would have done different looking back?
I can't tell you that because I don't know. It's just I'm here now. You feel me? I can't worry about 10 years ago. This is something that like me and my daughter would have to talk about. I ain't talking to your mama about it. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm like, even now I don't even know, like when we talk, I don't even say nothing about what's going on because we ain't there yet. So I don't know what she's been brought into on her end as far as her mom's side, but we talking about turning up. You feel me? So I'll be there in town next month. Hopefully I get to see my child. You know what I'm saying? We communicate every day. I make sure we talk every day via FaceTime. And then, like I said, I'm trying to get there once a month, twice a month. You know what I'm saying? But even like now, I gotta go there. You feel what I'm saying?
What's the distance in between?
17 hours driving.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's quite a distance.
It ain't just no up, skip. But you know what I'm saying? Just go. Even when you got to catch a flight, first of all, I have a lot more stuff going on business wise, so I got cut out what I got going on. Find a flight, find a room. So this is what people like, why y'all meet in my hotel room? I don't know where this lady live at. You feel me? She ain't gonna tell me where she live at. None of that, which is cool. Meet me at the hotel. Whatever's suitable for you, let's do it. That's all I'm with. So even with the past, like my daughter, we ain't never had no conversation of the past. You feel me? We just shooting. We best friends.
Oh, okay. So from her thinking that somebody else was her father to now you guys are rekindling, you guys are on track and you have a good relationship with just you and her though.
So now, that's the only thing that I didn't like about the situation, because even in the time that I found out, far as she had somebody else there who was supposed to be his father, he stopped fucking with her when he found out who I was when I came up there for a birthday. You feel me? So he like, I ain't XYZ. I'm like, nigga, that ain't your child. You already treated like it ain't your child. So we gonna get one thing straight. You feel what I'm saying? That's my child. She always gonna be straight. She can ask none of y'all for nothing. She ain't gotta be here.
Okay. Alrighty, well, we just basically wanted to get your side of the story and basically hear from you on what happened. Again, like I said, like people were torn because I seen the comments where people was like, sometimes the baby mama be bitter and they keep the child away, and then you have some people who feel like ain't no
And then
excuse. The guy should
I
still do what he gotta do, and da 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 da. So I'm like, you know what?
bitter
Let me just
talking
hear
about,
from him.
yeah, but how I know you bitter is like you talking about you made me. Like, baby girl, you left. What are you talking about? You made me to a person who don't care about a lot of things, but you
She
didn't.
said she made you. What do you mean?
Yeah, she said she left so I could pursue my career.
Mm-hmm.
What sense does that make?
Yeah, that I don't know. I haven't seen any of her lives, so I don't know.
Yeah, so I mean, but it's just. But like I said, I'm going for it. We do it. If you want to call me a deadbeat, we changing the narrative from deadbeats to girl dad. So I go with the flow. You feel me? Whatever you, I don't care about no how about them look at me. All my daughter know I'm that nigga. Then we good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I mean, I understand where you're saying, because me, I'm type of person who I feel like ain't no damn excuse. You know what I'm saying? But I do like to hear people out and hear from, their side, their perspective or whatever. And I feel like that now that you are in your daughter's life, don't be inconsistent. Like either be in her life or don't be in her life. That's the only thing that I would say, putting my 2 cents in, like don't let being a blocked or any of that be an excuse to, go another 10 years. Now that you have established that, that's your daughter, you are in her life. I would just hope that you wouldn't, at this point in time, use the, at the adversity that y'all have as a means or a reason not to be in your child's life. At this point, there's no excuse. For real, for real.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So as of now, like I'm still able to communicate with my child. So we just have to see where it goes from there because I don't have control of that. You feel me?
Yeah.
I don't have control of the iPad. I don't have control of none of that. If it comes to down to that again, then okay, we just gonna have to go to court.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I see a lot of black men who they like, I don't want to go through all that. I don't want to go through
You
court.
got to think about
I don't
child
want to.
support is the last thing a woman can do to you. After
Yeah.
that, ain't nothing to do. So if you want some money, we can go. We come on. I need my visitation rights. I want to be a shared parent where she comes spend 50% of her time me. She spends 50 times with you.
So why don't you establish that? Why don't you
You
like
have to, far as what? Go ahead. Establish like
establish your shared time? Like get something concrete in writing that she has to abide by, that you guys have to go by. Like,
that's. I mean, that's what we're going to. Well, that's the route that I'm going into now. Far as just legally, it's nothing about. I don't care nothing about no child support, nothing like that. I just want to have my legal rights to my. You know what I'm saying, to my child.
yeah, it's
So
better to get something set in stone so that you're not playing a tug of war. You know what I
right.
mean?
If that's what the next step is, then just tell it me in court.
Yeah.
That's what
All
we at
right.
with it.
Is there anything else that you want the people to know? Because a lot of people had a lot of stuff to say. So, is there anything else that you?
I mean, they gonna say what they want to say anyways. But
Mm-hmm.
got some new businesses opening. Y'all look out for my daughter, shoe cleaning service.
Oh, okay.
I promote positive business, black owned businesses is what I do. Chicken coop, recuperate. I got a lot of stuff. So I ain't on here to bash nobody. I'm just telling my side of the story. Appreciate you for having me though.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for coming on. I appreciate you for coming on. And I guess that would conclude the interview. All right, guys, that's all for this video. Let me know what you think about his response and his side of the story. Are you a male or female going through a time with a difficult co-parent where you could not find them, you didn't know where your child was, you didn't know what steps to take? Let's talk about it down below, and let's talk about what you think overall. Now, as you guys know, or some of you may not know, I have a website called neekatnight.com, and it's spelled exactly like my channel. Save 15% off your next order by
by putting in the code Night Owl at checkout. I have some fun couples games that you can play, and I have all the sizes for all the girls, and I even have a category for men and the spicy toys that we might enjoy. Website link in the description, so head on over there ASAP.